The game is running super slow as loading times and other areas are proving problematic for players in game. MTN Shoppers Solo event bug and Kabam respond to the problem and how they're going to deal with lost crystals and shards for people. Alliance War Season 32 details and much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest Champions news show for Friday.
So help me Bob, I will in your litter box.
Wasn't really expecting that for a Friday, but okay. In any case, hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all.
Hey Bob, time for a little talk therapy. I want you to look deep inside and tell me about your superhero origin story.
No, I got to tell people what's happening.
Wow. And saying that out loud, does it feel true to you?
You're wasting people's time, Deadpool.
Interesting.
Shut up. In any case, moving on from all that stuff, thank you very much to those that support the channel as a Patreon and as a YouTube member. Appreciate you very much. Hopefully, I'll see you all at some point. I don't know when. Live stream today, maybe. I say that, but then I have to work on stuff. Life. But in any case, thank you so much to those that do support that are on screen right now. Patrons, YouTube members, and as well Twitch.tv supporters. Yes, I do Twitch streaming. Do that sometimes. Thanks very much to those who do the free Prime every month, and also the tier 1, tier 2 sub-based donations, all that stuff. See you later on, maybe, don't know, but... Right, we kick off with MCOC stuff, as, you know, this is a show about stuff that's happening within the community, and also Kabam answering against stuff. So, we had this problem, start of the week, or I think it was yesterday, actually. Yesterday, Wednesday, people were pointing out that they weren't able to collect ultimate crystals. This was ultimately repaired and sorted out, but it did mean there was a problem. The problem was that people that had selected with the selector who were meant to receive their crystal and stuff did not receive it, so therefore they're like, okay, well, for some people it's fine, other people not so fine. They're looking to claim some stuff, and Kabam Exhibit has said in all this that, hey there, the team found out and fixed the root cause of the issue and is working on getting the corrected rewards sent out to everyone who tried to claim before the fix was implemented. So compensation for those that suffered the loss of those 2 ultimate crystals and maybe the shards as well, that's going to be sorted out for you at some stage, so check your inboxes at some point. Next up, and shout out to Merrick. This is an interesting one right here. Now, I do like seeing large increments of things like crystals and finding a breakdown when it comes to percentages, volumes of this particular example here, which is 365, so 1 full year of Thronebreaker Daily crystals. I love Thronebreaker Daily crystals and save them up on 100 increments just to do, like, you know, for the videos and see what I get. I've been quite fortunate at times with them, in particular picking up 10,000 6-star shards in the last 100 batch. No, the one before the last 100 batch. And the last 100 batch was good. It was honestly, they are fantastic. But what do you get for 365? Well, as I said, we have got a fantastic little write-up right here. First of all, just showing up the 5-star champions. Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Gladiator, Hulk, Old Man Logan, and Warlock. So that's what's been got right there when it comes to 5-star champions and the 5 thereafter. But when it comes to the 365 and the percentages, well, that's right here. So, wow, you know, 3 times picking up the 6-star shards, which is the lowest, well, one of the lowest at 0.82%, which you kind of think is kind of weird because, like, the units, like, it's a lot less of like pickup or kind of similar pickup to things like the tier 4 science class catalyst. But yes, it's very interesting to see, like, most commonly that Merrick was getting a higher volume in tier 4 basic. And then a little bit less than that is tier 2 alpha, which is still good. Like, there's a high volume and nice amount of tier 2 alpha, especially if you pad it with those 2 right there. It makes it really common for that, which is good. Tier 5 basic, however, it's 51 of those, so it's 13.97%. So yeah, as I said, it's really cool to see, like, where all this kind of comes in. If you are looking to, I'd say at some point push to Thronebreaker just to get the Thronebreaker Daily. It's spicy as hell. I can't wait to see what the next progression is going to be like if we get that anytime soon. And it's like, right, what kind of a crystal are we going to be looking with that? Maybe this will be with Act 8 or something. God only knows. Or maybe you've got to get a rank 4 champion or a rank 4 6-star champion. Maybe that'll be a rank 5 6-star champion. Maybe it's going to be something like completely BS like that, or you have to complete this type of content. I don't know, like I can joke about it, but yeah, very interesting. Link in the description. Shout out to Merrick. Next up, and let's talk about the Summoner Sanctum. So as a lot of you know, the Summoner Sanctum went out for a new survey kind of recently. One of the big things is it's kind of like how the surveys are all put together. There's some very kind of like odd things, but it kind of follows a scheme. Now here's the thing, feedback to Marvel Contest of Champions is an important element, and some of the newer content for a lot of, like, you know, not new players but kind of endgame players is important as well, because, you know, a lot of people want to do Act 7 and they definitely want to get some kind of endgame content. And it's good to see like what people liked, what people didn't like. I know this kind of thread has kind of like popped up about opinions, and it's always good to see, like, you know, where people are at and who kind of aligns with your own opinion and thoughts. Mine personally aligns with Wicket right here. It says, touched on a great point I hadn't heard articulated before. The idea of prioritizing certain challenges within a quest, looking at a piece of content and thinking I can bring in a hard counters for X fights, but if I do, then I have to settle for just an okay option for Y fights and trying to find the best plan of attack. That team crafting is a lot of fun, at least for me, and was one of the best aspects of both the Grandmaster Gauntlet and, to a lesser extent, Summer of Pain and Abyss. And that's kind of like how I kind of like feel about that, and that's why I think I resonated a lot more with Grandmaster Gauntlet, especially because it was like it was repetition on fights. But at the same time, I just kind of like you craft your team so intricately to have some counters for one, some counters for other. And at least saying, like, I think for me it was like Apocalypse, having Apocalypse for, you know, 2 out of the 5 champions on rotation or whatever it was, and then having like some others that were just either there for pad fill, or, you know, just to have like extra element. It was just like, it was just fun. That's why I resonated with Grandmaster Gauntlet a lot more. Act 7's okay, but I think it's really losing its way with what Kabam are doing, and they're kind of going in weird directions with it. But, you know, that's Kabam. But in any case, what's everyone's thoughts on that? I mean, Kabam Mike said on the subject of these particular Summoner Sanctums is that here's his thank you for the feedback. We use many different channels to collect lots of different kinds of feedback, and surveys like this are direct and to the point, giving us hard numbers to analyze and pair with responses like yours above that we get from other channels, including forums and the feedback section of the survey. So yeah, it just gives options of you giving feedback, and as I said, like, it's important to do them. I will be doing this, but I've got like a few other things on at the moment I need to kind of prioritize first. It's on my list. It's on my list, my ever-growing list of stuff I need to do. But yeah, like, it's important to give like feedback on the game, on what's good from an endgame's perspective, as long, you know, and as well, like Kabam kind of getting the right kind of idea that people have differences of opinions on stuff like that, in particular where endgame content is being pitched and being worked. And yeah, if you want to have your say on that, put it in the forum or put it in the comment section down below. Alliance War Season 32 is on the agenda next, and it looks like there's some new tactics coming in. It looks like all of this is going live on the 2nd of March 2022. I'm not going to read through the entirety of this because, you know, ain't nobody got time for that. But what people do got time for is some new stuff and new interactions. Unstoppable armor. Will an armor break remove unstoppable if it removes the armor up buff? No. Once the unstoppable is live, its own thing. Slow will interact. Blah, 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 blah. Will stagger prevent it? No. Stagger, yeah. Okay. Does unstoppable trigger off any kind of armor up? Any armor up buff will trigger unstoppable. Is the armor up buff susceptible to armor ability action modification? Yes, only unstoppable is immune to ability accuracy. So check out the thing in the description if you want to learn more about how Kabam are trying to polish a turd when it comes to Alliance Wars. Any case, go check it out and stuff. Now let's finish off with a little bit of a coverage on what's going wrong with the game. So I saw this morning, and definitely over last night, a lot of players were coming to the forums to say that they're having some problems with the game. In particular, the big point being the loading screen seemed to be taking forever. I thought at first it might be my Wi-Fi, but I checked and everything is fine. And many players then saying exactly the same thing. The game has got slower for me. And yeah, like a lot of people saying that they thought they were having an issue. People checking their Wi-Fi going like, hey, is it me? And I'm not saying like, well, the thing is, I do have at times like lots of small like connection problems like coming up on my screen, and that's the thing. Like I'm running a 1 GB down and like close to like 1 GB up kind of like connection, and I'm looking at this game like, well, like, you know, I can run other games and I can like I can stream, I can like play like movies, videos and stuff. I'm looking at this going like, what's happening with this game? Seriously. But yeah, in all seriousness, like back to the subject, is a lot of players are saying that they are feeling that the game is slowing down, or kind of like it's performing in a very kind of slow aspect, mainly with very long loading times. Everything is slow except the actual gameplay itself. And that could be because Kabam could be working on something. I don't know if that's something that they tinker on the live server whilst, you know, we're kind of like playing, and like Kabam Zero is like, oh, I've got an idea how to improve some stuff when it comes to quality of life. And that kind of does stuff. Don't know. Is it Kabam side with the server? Don't know. But still, it's kind of annoying. Or maybe it's because of the, you know, the hotfix. Don't know. But then people would kind of like say, well, where's the problem? What devices? So Colin says, not bad for me on an iPad. And that's the thing. Like, I'm on an iPad as well. And I'm finding like less kind of like problems. Like, I'm able to kind of like ping very quickly between different kinds of areas. So maybe this is something that is more like a phone-based thing. Or maybe it's something that's on a different type of device. But let's have a look as well. Like, what other players kind of like say. Same for me, just about everything is slower than usual. Only started a few hours ago. Slow to load, log in, slow to click through menus, screens, opening crystals. Actual gameplay is fine though. Multiple devices, all iOS and accounts affected. So there we go. It's not just the iPad, it's iOS. And I'm sure it will be the similar case when it comes to Android devices. Just trying to like see if there's any kind of like there we go. Same problem here on old Xiaomi Mi 5S Plus. Notice the same problem today. So therefore, it's Android as well. And yeah, I think that is really. Oh, here we got another one. Oh, iPhone 11. So it is kind of like Pixel 3. Is it Pixel 3? Yeah, Android 12, Pixel 3 and 5. OnePlus. So yeah, it's kind of like it's both. So it's good in some ways, because then it means that like Kabam can like target any kind of like improvement to kind of like a generalization, rather than going like, okay, well, it's got to be this, it's got to be that, like, because it wouldn't technically be the new update of like 33.3. Is it we on 33.3.3? That'd be ridiculous. God damn. But yeah, no answer from Kabam on this at the moment. Like, this is the only kind of response here, saying, hey there, could those who are seeing this share the information request on the forum bug report template, which is basically this is the bug report template here that people are kind of giving that feedback. So yeah, this has been something that's going into the early AMs, and it seems to be something some players are experiencing right now, as 6 AM this morning UK time, 7 AM, and let's see, is anybody else all up to date stuff? Yeah, 9 AM. This, I'm not 100% sure on this, but you know, we have had this storm hit. I don't know. I don't think it would affect and it's affecting like European. Would it affect European? UK person there? But I don't know, because that's the thing. It's like, well, this storm, which I can't remember what the name is. A storm like something like that. I don't know. But it's like it affects Southwest UK. Definitely Ireland's affected by this. I don't know if it would affect Canada, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so problems at the moment for those that are trying to access the game. I'll see if there's any kind of like update on this, but it looks like this is at very early stages of being looked into, and hopefully Kabam take it seriously. Hopefully they deal with it. I'll have more of an update maybe later on today. Maybe it could be tomorrow. I don't really know. I need to see like what Kabam are answering to it, because currently they haven't answered against any of these threads. As I said, the most recent one was indeed Kabam Zibbit saying please use the thing there, and then, you know, I don't think there's been any other comments. No, nothing there. So yeah, more updates to follow. Thanks very much for watching the news show today, and remember to support the channel, support me as a creator. Check out the membership button, check out Patreon, make sure to watch some other content that helps out the channel as well, and I'll see you in the next video, maybe later on or maybe over the weekend. Cheers everybody, bye bye.